Cold game. First round draft pick.
Welcome to another episode of Cold Game. I'm your host, Isaiah Dotson. I'm here with my co-host, Malcolm Bigg.Malc. Cuz, what's happening?
What's happening, cuz?
How you feeling?
Man, feeling good, man. Just, got to see who's going to all be going to have a fight for that big dance. And, we see some teams who's not in there, should have been there, and some of our favorites. I know we're going to get into it, though, cuz.
Yeah, man, it's a special edition. Selection show Sunday. First off, we're going to start off with something off the rip, man. Indiana got snubbed. We just going to get straight into it. I'm not even going to give you a whole monologue and, beat around the bush. We got snubbed. They put North Carolina in front of us. Indiana sitting this tournament out. That's the first thing that got me hot. Why we get snubbed for? How you put Carolina in? They only got one win against a quad one team. You got Indiana sitting over here. We got 4 quad one wins. We 0 quad 2, quad 3 losses, but we sitting on the pond. Oh, I get it. I get it. The AD for North Carolina is on the head of the chair committee for the NCAA. That's all you had to say. And then he got on TV and said, "Oh, I wasn't even in the room when we picked." You wasn't in the room, cause that'd be like me. That'd be like us being on the board together, and I'm trying to get my, I'm trying to get my people in there. My people. You know what I represent. I'm like, okay, I'll recuse myself. I'll let y'all go in there and talk it out. I know for a fact you're gonna go in there and speak good graces on what I got going on. Just because we locked in like that, and that's how it was. The AD, he's the chair of committee. He's locked in with his people on the board. It ain't like they neutral. And now these dudes, they talk to each other every day. They locked in, they best friends. So he went outside the room. He still had people in the room. Don't get it twisted. Don't let him go on TV and lie to you. Them is all his people. And of course, they put his team in there. So Indiana had to take the boot. But this your initial thoughts on Indiana snub, cuz?
Yeah, for sure, snub. Out of some teams who got in there, like you said, that North Carolina's crazy. But I think we spoke on it a little earlier before the show, because that's Indiana's fault, man. They shouldn't be in a position of where they should be, on the bubble. I know you want to talk about it, cuz, so I ain't gonna eat up too much of it, but Mike Woodson, you think? I mean, IU doesn't have a coach right now. I mean, what do they do? They're in. If I'm a Hoosier, I think they're in shambles. I mean, their season's over. Their coach is at the door. They declined to play in the NIT. So it's free game. It's up in IU right now. I mean, what you think?
We are in shambles. We're in a wasteland of mediocrity. We are in living purgatory. We ain't dead because we know that they got the resuscitation machine ready to hit our chest with something new. But nobody is looking out for us right now. There's no coach in the office right now. The coach's office is empty. The janitor already came by today and right off the door, scraped the name off the door. There's nobody in the office right now. So we in a place of, man, it just sucks right now to be an Indiana fan. It really sucks. We don't know who's our next coach going to be. They talk about Brad Brownell. So my thoughts is we waited all that time to get him. We fired Mike Woodson back in December. What happened to Brad Stevens? What happened to Scott Drew? What happened to TJ Osenberger? What about Chris Beard? Anybody but Brad Brownell. Don't nobody want to come play for him. He's not a coaching superstar. And that's why you make this move. You make this move to get a superstar. In Indiana, it looks like we're going to drop the ball on this one. But I'm going to stay positive. I'm going to try to stay positive. I'm disappointed because we got a lit kid on us, and there's nothing we can do. I love IU. That's my squad. That's my family. So when I see somebody take advantage of us and somebody hit a lick on us, of course I'm gonna be mad because yes, we don't like to talk bad about players, man. But those dudes on that roster this year, they got that money and they did not deliver the goods. We gave them a bag and they did not come back with the product. Have you ever flushed $5 million down the toilet? Because that's how you did. Either we wasted that money, we flushed $5 million down the toilet, or we got a lick hit on us. That's how bad it was. Because no way you pay $5 million and you sitting home during the NCAA tournament. There's no way. That's just it should not happen. But that's what we're dealing with right now. So very, very, very disappointed in the selection committee's announcement. Anything else you like to say about Indiana's snub from this tournament, or the season, or the players, and anything else you like to say about that, cuz?
Man, it's sad. I think, IU, we talk about IU, that should be a team that shouldn't be without a question in the NCAA tournament every year. Whether it's, the players, coming down there to Bloomington with their shiesties on and stealing that bag and getting up out of there, quick season, quick $5 million. Whether that's, we put that on Mike Woodson to say he didn't do what he had to do to get us there, out of the past, his last 2 years, what I'm saying? He ain't, delivered that. So I don't know. I don't know where the IU goes from here. I mean, you said Brad Brownell, coming from Clemson. It's the name that they're talking about right now. So I don't know.
These players are getting on social media and saying all the fans, if they hadn't been talking bad, if you talk bad about us, we're humans too. It hurts our feelings. Man, bro, you're a professional now. You're getting paid a large sum of money to produce at a high level, and you're not producing. Yes, the fans are gonna be mad at you. Why? Because we're trash. We're losing. We're getting blown out. You know what? I'm glad Indiana didn't make the tournament, because we would have went in there and got blown out anyway. We got the most 20-point blowouts I've ever seen. Mike Woodson, bro, I defended you. I defended you a long time. I was on message boards, on social media, going to bat for you. You were Indiana native, Naptown native, but this is unacceptable. And this is why you're gone. So what we have left, let's take a look at this bracket. And we're going to see, we'll run down who we think should be in, or who we think is going to make it to the top. Cuz what games in your mind stand out to you? What do you see when your first initial reaction to this bracket?
It's a lot of good teams. It's a lot of hot teams. It's a lot of talent, a whole lot of talent. I think, as we dive into it, I think you can see, where some upsets can come in, where some, it's going to be it's going to be exactly what it is, March Madness.
My initial thought, the first game that stands out to me is this matchup down here. It's St. John's, Omaha. I'm expecting Omaha. I'm expecting St. John's to advance, but the winner of that game will play the winner of this Kansas Arkansas game. Bill Self versus John Calipari. So they really want a coaching clinic right here in this round of 32. Will it be Bill Self versus Rick Pitino, or John Calipari versus Rick Pitino? But basically they just snapped the pool stick in half, threw it at them, and tell them, hey, yo, one of y'all come out, man. Come on. We're going to see which one of y'all want it the most. And that's what's happening right here, because only one can advance.
Omaha has no chance in the world, huh, cuz?
Heck, what? The way the Red Storm play, they have no chance. Yeah,
Zero
that might be the biggest upset. Not one of the biggest upsets of all time if Omaha could pull that off. I mean, but I highly doubt it. The way Rick Pitino got them boys playing, that's highly, highly doubtful. I'll tell you another game that got my attention. This game right here. Look at this game right here, cuz they got Clemson versus McNeese State.
Mm-hmm.
You know why?
What's that?
Brad Brownell versus Will Wade. The coach that we might be getting at Indiana and the coach that they want us to get that we're not hiring. You know, Will Wade, he was the coach over at LSU. And he was dismissed for recruiting violations. And he wouldn't talk to the administration, kept his mouth closed. They dismissed him. He popped back up on the map at McNeese State. Now, this man, Will Wade, has a lot of recruiting connections, very well plugged in, has McNeese State playing at a high level. As you can see by their field goals per game. Their season stats at 3-pointers per game. They hitting 7. They shooting 21. Clemson's up there too. They hitting 8 per game, shooting 23. I mean, so that's gonna be a shootout. So, but then also the winner of that game would take on the winner of Purdue High Point.
So it's all we trying to keep it in. We trying to keep it real close to Indiana, huh?
Yeah, they are, cuz I think this is politics at its best. Politics at its finest. Because say if Brad Brownell, he gets that victory right there, he beats McNeese, which they should beat them. They play Purdue. This might be the NCAA, they might know something we don't know. They might be like, oh, we already know that Indiana gonna hire Brad Brownell. So let's get them playing against Purdue in the NCAA tournament. Give them a preview. Give them an IU, Purdue preview. They don't even know that's going to be their coach. They're going to play right here in the round of 32. So, I mean, the NCAA do things like that, man. In the NCAA, they writing Carmel. It's crazy that the enemy's right in your back door. The enemy's right in your backyard. How they in Carmel making decisions about the NCAA tournament? They keep us out of it?
I seen that. I was watching that Selection Sunday show. They was reporting live from Carmel, Indiana. I'm like, wow. So y'all gonna slime us out in our own backyard?
In our own every time too.
They could have took that to Louisville.
Every time, anytime. Right. Anytime Indiana's on a bubble, man, expect for us to catch the short end of the stick, man. They never show us no love, man. So we got that down there, man. But it's another matchup right here, cuz who's stopping Duke? That's the real question.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know. Will Cooper Flag back? I don't know.
Do you see anybody in this bracket that's stopping them in this quadrant?
There's some good talent in that quadrant, cuz. There's some good talent there. I mean, I don't know if any can stop Duke. I mean, I like Oregon at 5, but that's a good spot for them. See, keep going down. Wisconsin, they hot. In Alabama, I think if you think about any teams, who may have a chance, it may be them, but I don't even think they got a chance. I mean, what you think, cuz?
Man, the way I seen Alabama get ran out the gym by Florida,
right?
I don't think they got a chance with Coop, man. Coop is special, man. He come back from that ankle injury. He's gonna come back and put on the show. They set him out because it's only one thing on their mind this year, man. They trying to win that chip. They trying to win the whole thing. And look at the NCAA. They made the road sweet for them, didn't they?
So
real matchup.
Who's that first round? Cuz let's go to the bottom and see who they play the winner of. Is the very bottom of that.
Okay.
I scrolled all the way down.
Yeah. Probably
all the way down. Keep going all the way down. Right there, first 4. So would they have?
So they want to see any of these teams to the Final Four.
But I'm talking about them first 4 at the very bottom. You see the first 4? Yeah, because ain't they playing in? Right.
Oh, yeah, they playing in. Okay, what's the matchup?
So you got East, so it'll be American versus Mount St. Mary's. They'll play the winner of that, right?
They about to air something out. First game. They might put them 50 on them like Fisher did Harrison this weekend.
Man, Cooper might have 50 himself.
Won't be close. That won't be close. They put North Carolina in just because of the name. They've been getting throttled all year. They bums. I don't know how they got in. Then you got Texas Xavier. Texas got I can't even say they got hot in the tournament in a conference tournament. They won a couple games, but I mean, come on, man.
And that probably will secure them over IU.
All right, let's look up this this upper left quadrant. We're gonna go East Quadrant, man. What do you like? I like this game right here between Louisville and Creighton.
Yep, I like that game.
That's gonna be a good high scoring matchup. Pat Kelsey in his first year at Louisville. You got Coach Doug McDermott or Greg McDermott over here at Creighton. Always usually one of the higher scoring teams. You can see they both average almost 10 threes a game.
Very
so they're gonna put, they're gonna be shooting a lot of threes. I know specifically Louisville like to get a lot of threes up, so we're gonna see a lot of threes being shot. Louisville, they play good defense.
Look like Louisville played a good defense and they attacked them boards more.
I come down to me. It comes down to who got the best players. We see TJ Edwards in a loss. You see he went off yesterday against Duke in the ACC final. He went off, but really their best player all year has been the kid from Wisconsin, the transfer, Hepburn. He's been a best player all year. What's he averaging?
Why don't they put their points per game on there? Okay, that's crazy.
Yeah, they ain't got no points per game on here, huh?
Yeah, they got their field goal percentage, 3-point percentage. They ain't got their points in 8 minutes. Crazy.
You see how the NCAA so twisted? All backwards. They're gonna put all the averages but their points per game. Come on, man. Who do that? And then their best player is this kid right here, the big man. He's a killer. He came back, and then also Ashworth got the clip. He's shooting 36%. But this they guy right here, they getting the most minutes. So that's gonna be a good matchup between Creighton and Louisville. They got Dusty May over here. The winner of that game played Texas A&M, Buzz Williams, and Yale. We seen Yale win their conference championship today. They got a good team coached by James Jones. So that should be a good matchup. A possible Sweet 16. Really, the field's loaded. You come down here, Iowa State's best player is out for the tournament. He's out for the tournament. Gilbert. They just announced today. He's been their best player all season. He will not play in this NCAA tournament, which we'll see how they respond. They've been dealing with injuries all year, so they're going to have no other choice but to bounce back from that one. What you think about that, cuz, and their chances?
It's tough. I mean, hopefully they got some guys on that team stepped up. I don't know. I don't know if they can withstand that. You're gonna need your guy. You always need your guy going into the NCAA tournament. That's a fact. You need your guy. So it's sad news for Iowa State, but we'll see what they can do.
We're gonna see how Michigan State respond after they taking a loss in the semifinal to Wisconsin. We're gonna see how they bounce back. They got them at number 2 with a possible matchup with Marquette looming. Well, I'm not even gonna put Marquette past Steve Alford in New Mexico yet. Mind you, we just had a video on our TikTok page. Donovan Dent, Player of the Year in the Mountain West Conference. Mountain West Player of the Year, Donovan Dent. He's shooting over 40% from 3. Let's see him right here. Mountain West Player of the Year, Donovan Dent. Shooting over 40 from 3, pure killer. So, and like you said, because these games come down to who got the best players, but really guards win tournaments. So what guard play is going to be the best in that game? That's what I look out for. Now, Okay, so let's just start with this upper quadrant. Who do you got coming out this top quadrant? Who you got this coming out this top left quadrant?
Just that top left.
Mm-hmm.
That's some time. That's some comp right there, cuz that's some comp right there. I mean, you can go really, man. Auburn, Louisville, Michigan. Give me Michigan, cuz.
Give me Michigan. Oh, that's a great pick because we know that Dusty May has the coaching prowess to take a team to the Final Four as he did with FAU just 2 years ago. So they have that ability. They just ran a table in the Big Ten tournament. They won that today. So Michigan definitely has the ability to come out this field. Let's go take a look at this bottom bracket. Now, I'm gonna say this off the rip. This bracket has my champion in it. The champion is coming out of the West. That's my prediction. So, cuz let's just who do you think is my team coming out this top left? Cuz at this bottom left out the West. Who do you think is my team?
Because it's a lot of great teams. I'm looking at Florida. Scroll to the top for me. As you got Florida could come out easily. UConn, Memphis, Maryland. Keep going. St. John's. Whew. I'm knowing you, cuz I probably say you probably taking Florida.
That's my cuz. That's my squad. They too cold. They too cold. I got Florida coming out this year. That's my pick to win the whole thing. You heard it here first.
Hey, get the people your knowledge on Florida so they can know how to fill out them brackets.
Man, Walter Clayton Jr., man, that's all you need to know. Walter Clayton Jr., pure killer. I'm talking about if you seen him play in this SEC tournament, man, you understand that he was giving boys buckets every single game. He was unstoppable. So they got Clayton, and they also got big man Condon. They got a big man just running the floor, Alex Condon. I'm like, man, a full team put together, and they got other pieces around them. But that duo right there, Condon and
Clayton Jr.
Walter, man,
they got Condon shoot 50% on the year.
Man, he's a guard. How does Condon, he's a big man, but he's killing. He's definitely killing. And so that's my dark horse to win the whole thing. I think they scrape up whoever come out this game. They scraping up either UConn or Oklahoma. And the NCAA did that on purpose. They put UConn right over there, put Loudmouth, Dan Hurley right over there, go play Florida off the rip. Get him out of here early. He's not winning it again. They're not winning it. So if you got UConn going back to back to back, it's not happening. Scratch them off your bracket. Ball that bracket up and throw it away. You just will be wasting money, wasting time. They're not the pick this year. I like Maryland, but I like Maryland because they got that boy Derek Queen. If they had I don't like Maryland, but I like Maryland.
You like right. Yeah, you can.
I can't stand Maryland fans. They just cocky and they think the DMV ball is better than Indiana ball, but they do got Durant coming out of there, so they might have a case, but I don't like Maryland, but they do got a good player over there, Derek Queen. Grand Canyon. You know who they coach by, cuz?
Who?
Grand Canyon. Who's their coach? If anybody is in the comments or watching this feed right now, we don't have our comments turned. Our comments is turned on our Facebook, but we can't see your comments. But make sure, let us know who you think in the comments. As soon as the stream over, we get back right with you. I want to know what everybody thinking, where y'all heads at, because it's a lot of great games, man, and a lot of great teams. I want to know who
Oh,
y'all think is gonna come out of here.
Their coach is Bryce Drew.
Bryce Drew, an NCAA legend. You know Bryce Drew, he's the one that hit the game-winning shot for Valpo. Right on the sideline. That was Bryce Drew. And his big brother is Scott Drew, the head coach for Baylor.
Right.
So Bryce Drew and Scott Drew, they brothers. Their father was a great coach also. That's how they got their coaching prowess. Bryce Drew was the actual hooper though. Scott Drew never hooped in college. So Bryce Drew, he has the mindset and he has the experience in this NCAA team to possibly upset a team like Maryland. So that should be a game we look out for as well. But so I can see definitely Florida coming out this side. They could probably meet Florida. Probably meet. I'll tell you another game that got my eye too right here. This Drake Missouri game. Drake won their conference. Missouri was in the SEC. They was balling out this year, but Drake has a rising up and coming superstar coach, Ben McCollum. Ben McCollum has been linked to the Indiana job. He's also been linked to the Iowa job that just opened. He built a D2 dynasty at Northwest Missouri State. This is his first year coaching D1. And he has his team, they 28-3. And we got 3 losses on the season. They just ran the table in the conference, won a conference, and then they won a conference tournament. So they might be a tough out. His offensive efficiency numbers are great. They're not a team that's gonna try to push the pace, and as you can see by their 24 field goals a game, they want to slow it down. They're not gonna want to run. They like to run everything in half court. He's the type of coach that unless you got a wide open bucket for a layup on a fast break, he wants you to pull it out and set up offense. So that's the type of offense he's running over there. That'll be a great game. He's an Iowa guy. He's a Midwest guy. So this is a great Midwest matchup. We'll see how that shake out. So I got Florida coming out this quadrant. You said we got Michigan. So are we saying that Michigan and Florida might meet in the Final Four?
I took Michigan. I mean, you think that's a good pick out of that? What's that? The South up there? Yeah, out of the South.
Yeah, absolutely. They have to get by these boys from Auburn.
Definitely be a Sweet 16 matchup for the ages.
And then so that's a good pick. But I can see Michigan, Florida. Who do we have coming out this Midwest?
Ooh, the Midwest. Let's see. We got Houston, Gonzaga, Purdue, Kentucky, Tennessee, Illinois. Don't sleep on Illinois either, cuz Illinois, they like that too. That's a tough one, cuz. Who you got your eye on in that Midwest?
I like Tennessee. I think Tennessee plays very, very tough. Rick Barnes, he got his team playing hard. They took a tough loss in the SEC championship today to Florida, but they got good players over there. Chaz Lanier, SEC newcomer of the year. They also have a point guard on a team who's a real killer, small guy. He goes by the name of Zakai Ziegler. He's the engine that makes that machine run. Akbar, they starting center, Ohio State transfer, but it's really the Ziegler and Lanier show over there. And they're very efficient, very tough, pushing the pace. They're gonna scrape them right on up. Wofford, man, put your helmet on and keep your bags packed because you won't be there long. I hate to say that, because there are Cinderella teams every year, but trust me, this ain't gonna be one of them. The
So
UCLA game. Go ahead, cuz.
no, that's what I was just about to ask you. So out of that UCLA, Utah State, what did you say? You taking UCLA?
Yeah, I'll take UCLA, but they not nothing to write home about.
Mm-hmm.
They definitely not nothing to write home about. I can see them easily taking a loss right there. And then also Houston. That's really who. I mean, who is anybody? Is this gonna be Houston year? I always liked Kelvin Sampson because, as you know, he was uh, Indiana's head coach before he was dismissed. This was in 2007, 2008. He was the head coach of Indiana. He bounced around in NBA after we dismissed him, but then he came back and coaching the Cougars, and he got them playing at a high level. I really liked him ever since he had that Indiana boy on his team, Devin Davis from Warren Central. But Indiana transfer. He transferred over there to the Cougars, and Coach Kelvin Sampson had him playing at a high level. But Coach Kelvin Sampson, he has his teams playing at a high level every single year. Would this be the year that he finally gets them over the hump? It very well could be, because he's that good of a coach, and this is that good of a team. They play very, very, very tough, hard-nosed defense. His defense, the defensive intensity that they're going to bring to every team in this. I mean, they're getting scraped up. SIU Edwardsville, they're getting scraped up off the rip. Gonzaga, they're applying. Houston is applying maximum pressure. I can definitely see Houston advancing. Is there a team? Is there a team that's in this field that can stop them? It might not be until Kentucky. It might not be until Kentucky, Tennessee. The winner of that game, because I see Kentucky beating Troy. I see Kentucky beating Illinois in the round of 32, or whoever comes out, Kentucky's gonna beat them. Tennessee's gonna beat Walmart. Tennessee's gonna beat whoever. So they're gonna meet Kentucky, and Tennessee's gonna meet right here.
Mm-hmm.
And then they'll take on the winner of Houston in the field. But
field for sure.
The field for you. Give it to Purdue.
Mm-hmm.
Let's show Purdue. So you saying let's show Purdue some respect?
Yeah, let's show Purdue some respect, man.
Okay, I understand, but this is let me say this about Purdue.
Mm-hmm.
I like Purdue. I really do. I like them, but man, can Braden Smith handle that high octane in your grill, in your jersey, 90 feet full court defense? Can they handle that? Do they have the level of athlete that Houston is going to present them? Because the defense that they're going to play, the pressure that they're going to apply is more than they've ever experienced all season.
Oh, no, yeah. What I'm saying to you is, I'm saying I think out of you said it'll be Houston versus the field. I'm saying out of the field, give me Purdue now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, now when it gets to Houston, Purdue, yeah, we'll see about that high octane.
I could definitely see Purdue advancing. I could see Purdue advancing to the Sweet 16.
Mm-hmm.
So out this quadrant, so we got out on this left side we got Michigan versus Florida. On this right side, we got Duke versus Houston. I don't see not one team who's stopping Duke over there. Alabama might give them a chance, man, but I seen them fall too many times in big games.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're looking out of that East, yeah, I mean, Alabama probably. I got to see who's Duke's losses to this year.
That's a great question.
I can put that up for you. But I mean, out of all of them, I mean, you would probably think Alabama had the best chance, but you know, like you said, they came up short in big games this year. So,
does anybody know? Type it in the comments, man. Who Duke lose to?
Figure that out for you right now.
And who y'all got winning it? If you watching this stream right now, if you watching this show, who y'all got winning the whole thing?
Okay. So for Duke, had a great run. So,
dang, only 3 losses to UK, KU, and Clemson. Well, they schedule full of dubs, I tell you.
full of dubs.
Man, that's how Indiana's schedule need to look. If your schedule ain't looking like this, man, don't even think you have to win anything, because it's teams that schedule really look like they ready to throttle something, and as soon as they get their chance. Teams that are seriously in consideration to win it: Auburn, Michigan, Florida, Duke, Houston, Tennessee. Auburn, Duke, Michigan, Florida, Tennessee, Houston. The national championship is coming out of one of those. You heard it here first.
So that Final Four, cuz, you give me that Final Four one more time.
Final Four is either going to be Auburn, Michigan, but we said Michigan coming out of here. Michigan, Florida, Houston, Duke. Michigan, Florida, Houston, Duke. Oh, Florida, Duke. Florida. Yeah.
Okay.
With that being said, make sure you have it, man. Make sure you tap in with us, man. Like, comment, subscribe. Tap in with us on YouTube, Coldgame Podcast. Tap in with us on TikTok, Coldgame Sports Network. Make sure you tap in with Cuz on his page, Bigg.Malc, Big with two G's, .Malc on TikTok. Same thing on Instagram. And make sure you like our Facebook page. Our Facebook page is Coldgame Sports. And until next time, man, we'll be right back with y'all. Coldgame.
Coldgame.
Cold game. First round draft pick.